Okay, this is problem number 4 we did in class today. So we have a third root of a times square root of a to the negative third, and then you divide all that by square root of a to the negative first times cube root of a to the negative third, and then under that same cube root there is another square root of a to the negative second. So I'm going to make these little notches so you know what is what. First thing we're going to do here is rewrite so that first radical is to the 1/3 because it's a cube root. So we're doing this one. Everything under here is to the 1/3. We copy this first a, and then this part right here is going to be a to the negative 3/2. Division sign. Now we'll look at this big square root here. Because it's a square root, that means everything will be to 1/2. We copy a to the negative first. Now I focus on this part right here. Now we have a big cubic root, so that will be power of 1/3. And then inside I have a to the negative third. And finally the last sign is a to the negative 2/2, which is negative 1. Right? So right here I have a to the first power and then a to the negative 3/2. So we have same basis, different exponents, and it's multiplication. So we add those two. So 1 plus negative 3/2 on the side. That's same like 1 minus 3/2. 1/1 minus 3/2. 1 times 2 is 2. Cross multiply. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So we have negative 1/2. So a to the negative 1/2 all to the power of 1/3. Then we divide. Now let's look inside here. So we have a to the negative first, and then we need to distribute here. A to the negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. So negative 3/3, that's a to the negative 1. Here we have a to the negative 2/2, which is negative 1, times 1/3 will be a to the negative 1/3. And then that's all to the power of 1/2. So here we have a to the negative 1/2 all to the 1/3. We multiply these two fractions, we get negative 1/6 divided by, inside we have well, let's first do the inside. A to the negative first times a to the negative first, and then negative 1/3. So that's minus 1 on the side here. Minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 1/3. So that's negative 2 minus 1/3. 3 times 1 is 3. Cross multiply, negative 6. Cross multiply, negative 1. So that's negative 7/3. So this is a to the negative 7/3 to the power of 1/2. So that equals a to the negative 1/6 divided by a to the power of, now multiply those two, negative 7/6. We have division, so we subtract exponents. So we have a to the power of negative 1/6 minus 7 over 6, which is a to the power of -1/6 plus 7 over 6, which is a to the power of -1 plus 7 over 7, over 6, sorry. -1 plus 7 is 6, so that's a to the 6 over 6, which is a to the first power, which is just a.